Okay, so thanks so much for coming and choosing to do this for your body on this daylight savings day and springing forward. So, with that, it's nice, just even little changes remind us that every day is new, and this little hour change that we have where we live just reminds us that there is a new season. And also, just the extension of the sunlight feels wonderful. So, throughout this practice, I just want you to see how you feel and if you can notice any little new beginnings within you and what you're waking up. So sometimes we're also tired on this day. So I thought a lot of the moves and practices we'll do will help wake up our bodies physically, which then also will feel a little more awake spiritually. All right, so enough of my talking. Let's start in child's pose. So knees together, separated. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can sit your hips back, reach your hands forward, and let all of your body weight sink down against your ground. And start to notice your breath without changing it. Simply notice how long does it take you to inhale and what does that feel like. And then notice how long it takes you to exhale and what that feels like. So stay with your breath, simply watching and observing one more time. And now I want you to do a very gentle body scan. So gently just brush over your body and notice, what do you feel? Is anything tired? Is anything excited? Simply notice your physical and also emotional body at this moment in your life. With your palms face down, I want you to take a deep breath. And as you exhale, think of something that you want to lay down or let go of, some burden that you just don't want to carry into the next season. And let it be laid down and then melted away through the palms of the hands. And then gently flip your palms up. You can turn your thumbs out, feel a new stretch in your shoulders. You can even really reach the fingertips, make that feel good. And then exhale, be a little bit looser. And see what you want to welcome in. Invite it in through your open palms. Allow yourself to receive whatever it is that's on its way. And then gently bend your elbows. You can lay your hands on the back of your neck and shoulders with a very kind touch. I want you to just place your hands and take a breath and then care for your body. Just remind yourself that you're here listening and being attentive to what you need for the next hour. And then one more deep breath, just simply feeling how you're already waking up and more aware. And then inhale and slowly unwind your arms, lift your hips, walk your hands to one side, and we'll wake up our side waist by pulling the hips back. Tuck your chin and then stretch that side waist that's long. Now with each exhale, see if you can loosen a little bit. 2 more deep breaths. Make it all that you want it to be. And then gently inhale, lift enough that you can walk to your opposite side, reach your arms wherever you want them. And then exhale, take the hips away from your hands. And make it yours. Really breathe, stretch, energize out through your fingers, whatever's going to feel good and helpful. And then one more deep breath. And then gently come to all fours. So bring your hands back to center. Lift your hips. Move your knees right underneath your hip bones. Feet flat. Move your wrists right under your shoulders. Let's do 2 cat-cows to wake up the vertebrae. So inhale, lift up to the back of the neck, tailbone up. And then exhale, round your back, tuck your chin, press your hands. So do that one more time, really breathing in, opening up. And exhale, round, and enjoy it. come to center and we'll find our strength for a moment. So hug your shoulder blades together. And you might feel like you're dipping your chest down. So if that happens, then lift the belly in so the ribs hug up. So you're just helping your rib cage feel supported. And then we're going to reach opposite arm and leg. Inhale, reach it out. Yes. Now feel the length of your spine. Can you lengthen the head to the tail? So what that might feel like is drawing your belly up. You look great. Take one more energizing breath, really reaching out. And then this round, we're going to take elbow to knee. So kind of like your cat stretch, rounding under. And then pause, feel the balance, and get a nice stretch. One more breath. Inhale, reach it out. And then exhale, come back to center. And do one cat-cow to get even in between. So inhale, enjoy that lift, that opening. And then exhale, round under. And then we'll come back to center. So find your strength again. Where do you feel long and supported in the spine? Your second side, inhale, reach the other side, opposite arm and leg. And then take a moment to feel your spine. Can you lengthen head to tail, feeling the belly lift? And then take another breath and see if you can energize out through your fingers and your foot. Breathe in. And then exhale, take your elbow towards your knee, round, pause, and take one more deep breath. Just feeling the body wake up with balance. On your inhale, lengthen the body again, expanding with your breath. And exhale, come back down. One cat-cow. So notice how the cat-cow might feel a little better, a little looser each time. Come back to center. And then this time, you're going to go to your first side. So inhale, reach your opposite arm and leg. Feel your balance, and also notice if anything changed. And then take your hand, and we'll bring it back behind you so you feel your chest open. Yeah. And if you want, you're going to bend your knee, and you'll feel your thigh stretch. If you can hold on to your foot. You don't have to. So if you have your foot, hold your ankle, flex your foot, and then lift the heel up. If you don't have your foot, just keep reaching the arm back, feeling the gentle stretch. So one more deep breath. Slight opening of the heart. And then gently inhale, loosen out, and exhale down. And even out with your cat-cow. That's your little reset in between. And then the last side. So come to your second side again, and inhale, reach out. Take a pause to feel your strength. Start with your arm, reach it behind you to feel your shoulders open up. Yes, that's good all by itself. And then if you want, bend your knee, feel the thighs start to stretch. And if you want to connect, you're welcome to. You don't have to. So if you do connect, flex your foot, lift your heel. And then wherever you are, see if you can notice your spine and lengthen it even here. So it takes a little ab work. One more deep breath. And then inhale, reach everything out. Exhale down. And one more cat-cow. Lift the chin, lift the tail. Enjoy rounding your spine, maybe even wiggle out. And then tuck the toes, and we'll come to our downward dog. And take the time that you want, you need. You can always come down to your child's pose or puppy pose, so it's all up to your body. Start this out by just playing. Can you bend a knee, extend the opposite heel, and then rock side to side, maybe turn your hips, turn your heart. So what would feel great? Go ahead and find it. And then come to a steady place, and let's start by feeling our grounding. So can you ground each finger with even pressure, pointing down and pressing the palm flat. And then feeling your strong hands, I want you to lift your tailbone a little bit more. So that might feel like shrugging your shoulders, opening your heart. Add to it a little bend to the knees so that your tailbone can be out of the body. And then take one cleansing breath, just holding your body and your mind, noticing how you feel. And then breathe in. And exhale, bend the knees a lot, eyes to the fingers, and walk or hop to your hands. Allow yourself to forward fold, and just shake it out this first time. So you can shake your head yes and no, roll your shoulders with your hips. And then come to a steady place and take a deep exhale. See if you can slide the head down more, hips up. Let's breathe 2 more times. So inhale, expand your chest and heart. And then exhale, allow your body to slide into the stretch. And then one more time. Breathing in, breathe out. And then bend your knees, lift your eyes, let the blood flow start. And inhale, rise up. Press your feet down to lift. Yes. And exhale, hands come back to your center. So awesome. I hope that you already feel a little more open and awake. So we'll come to our first mountain pose. So take a moment to reposition your feet until they're under your hips. Nice deep breath in, feeling the body and how it moves. And then exhale down into your feet first. So just like you grounded your hands, I want you to ground your feet. Can you push down each toe? Then feeling that grip of the mat, soften the knees, and see if you can lift your head. So all you did was expand a little bit taller and a little more grounded. Now open your heart by taking the shoulders back. And then gently point your ribs down, and now your tailbone down. And at the same time that your tail is down, can you open the hips? So it's a very subtle move, but you feel like you're holding your body. You're in great posture. And where would feel great for your hands in this moment? Maybe it's palms open like you started your practice, just receiving, listening to what arises. Maybe you want to be in prayer, a little more meditative. Or maybe you need that extra compassion of the hand on your heart and your belly. So once you've found it, take one breath simply to notice how you feel in this moment. And now a little more aware of yourself. What is it that you need or you would love to cultivate? Take a moment to breathe that in, possibly setting it as your intention. And then as you exhale, ground into the feet. And do that one more time. Breathing in whatever you're going to focus on, cultivate and wake up. And then exhaling, grounding into your feet, just feeling this moment with present strength. And then with that in mind, you gently let the arms go and we'll inhale, move. So reach up. Lengthen as much as you like. And then exhale, bend your knees, dive down, and remember your intention. What are you building in your body? Hands to shins or under the toes, and lengthen, flat back, extend. And then exhale, let yourself fold again. Bend your knees, step your right leg back, and we'll find our first low lunge. So take some time, reposition until your heel is right underneath your knee, or your knees a little closer to your body. You could be kneeling or lifted. Now take a breath and see if you can lengthen your head to your back heel. So just practice, what does that feel like in your muscle? Yes, you look great. And then we'll take our left arm up and inhale, reach it up. And exhale, sweep it back and just look towards your fingers. So just a little bit different. I want you to think about your knees and can you roll them back in line with the toes? So if you feel like your right knee kind of rocked in, rock it back out. Use your outer thighs. And how are your shoulders? Can you roll them back to open your chest a little more? One more deep breath. Feel that expansion and then inhale, reach up when you're ready. And exhale down. Great job. Bend the knees, step back to your downward dog. And take a few restful breaths. And if you ever want to drop the knees, shift back, do anything that's going to feel loving and strengthening for your body. And in your pose for one more breath, see what you could expand. Is everything tight that you could add space to? And then from your strong hands, inhale, pull forward if you'd like to flow through the plank. Everything is optional. Keep reminding your body. And then you could be kneeling or lifted. Take your shoulders together and your ribs in, just like you practiced at the start. One more deep breath in. And exhale, slowly lower the whole way down this first time. Toes point back. Roll your shoulders back. Tuck your chin. And inhale, lift your heart using the strength of your back. And then exhale, let yourself go. And let's do that one more time. Inhale, reach up. Can you also expand? Maybe if the tail points down, chin tucks in. And then exhale, let it go again. Tuck the toes, push and pull back. Find your downward dog. and give yourself permission to enjoy. So if anything doesn't feel enjoyable, can you change it? And take one more breath, remind your body of your intention. And with it in mind, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees and step the right leg forward, and we'll find our low lunge. So take the time you need to reposition your heel, tilts under your knee, point the knees in line with toes. And here we go for our opening. Right arm, inhale, reaching up. And then today, exhale, reach it back and let your eye gaze open back. Just feel how you're opening a little bit more, wrist to wrist. How are your knees? Can you rock them back in line with the toes? And then your shoulders, can you roll them back to open your heart? Then send one more breath of energy out through your hand, just feeling yourself expand. And then inhale, reach up. And exhale, hand comes back down. Bend your knees, step forward, and relax. If you like, this time you could bend your elbows and hug them. And if you want, you can even add a little motion. Maybe you want to rock or shake it out. And take another deep breath. What would feel great to your body here? Go ahead and move in the way that feels best. Release your hands, bend your knees, lift your eyes. And inhale, rise up, pressing down to lift. If you want a little back bend, take the tailbone back, open the heart and bend your knees. And then exhale, and hands will come back down to center. So take a moment to find your feet if they walked away from you. That's what muscle memory is all about. We're just cultivating that posture of confidence. So open the feet again, long toes, long heels, soft knees, lengthen the spine through the head. And then where do you want your hands this time? And I want you to take one moment of pause, simply to notice what changed. And then remembering your intention. Breathe it in, ground on the exhale. And from that new place, inhale, rise up. So remaining grounded as we reach up. Exhale, dive down, exploring the opening in your heart. Hands to shins or under the toes. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, let it go. Knees bend, step the left leg back this time first. So feel how you're a little bit warmer, maybe a little more ready here. So lining up your heel, your knee. We're going to start actually by grounding the back knee and allowing the toes to come down. Yes. And then inhale, if it feels good, start to lighten the fingertips. So find where this foot still feels okay, knee in line with it. And then if you want, inhale, reach up. So feel how you're really waking up from your wrist to your back knee. If that doesn't feel great, please just change it. You can kind of make it less of a bend, put something under your knee. And then take 2 more deep breaths, trying to energize out through the fingers and drop in the tail. And then if you want to play, we're going to clasp our hands and just place them right behind the head and open the elbows back. So as you do this, feel your tailbone go back. So you have a big opening through the hips, the heart, all the way up through the body. Yes. And take 1 more deep breath, just feeling yourself rise up with new energy, new light. And then exhale when you're ready. Softly come out of it. Hands come down. You can lift and tuck the toes. And then press back to your downward dog. And it doesn't have to be graceful. You can get there however you want. And then pedal it out. Feel how you're a little bit different here, leg to leg. It's amazing how you can notice your body changing. Find strength in your hands now. Soften your knees. And take a moment to feel your neck. And see if you can just lengthen it by letting gravity hold you. Then with your long spine, if you'd like to move forward with me, inhale forward to your plank. Kneeling or lifted, what does your body want this round? Check in. And then exhale, slowly lower halfway or all the way. And then inhale, open the heart to up dog or baby cobra. And we'll pause whichever pose you're in. Let's see if you can open your heart a little more. And then lengthen head to tail a little more. So it takes a little belly strength. And then inhale. And exhale, press back to your downward dog or child's pose. and surrender into the pose that you chose. Can you lengthen your hands? Can you do that softening in your neck again? And then take one more deep breath and notice what else do you need? What would feel great? And with that awareness, breathe in. Exhale, bend your knees, step your left leg forward, and take time to find your low lunge. Again, it's helpful to have the heel and the knee and the toes in the same direction. One more deep breath in. Exhale, drop your back knee, and then lay your toes back down. So if that feels good, you can inhale, start to lighten the hands and draw the shoulders back. And then inhale, breathe up if and when you're ready. Yes. And then just breathe here. Feel the energy as you lift, you waking up the body. And is there anything that has started to rise up in you that you notice you're waking up in your own life? And just be present to how good it feels for new beginnings to be possible. One more deep breath in. And then exhale, if you want, clasp the hands, maybe other finger on top if you can remember. And you can place your head in them. And just breathe. What could you do to make it feel good? And if anything is challenging, can you thank your body for being in this moment and following it through? One more deep breath. And when you're ready, exhale, soften out of it. Hands come down. And then lift just enough to tuck the toes and step forward. And allow yourself to fold. And really breathe it out. If you like this time, you could bend your knees and hug behind them. And give your body a big hug, grounding the back. Draw the belly in and feel how that'll stretch your spine in a new way. And take one more deep breath, just giving your body permission. What is it that you need permission for in this moment? And then gently let the hands go. Bend your knees, lift your eyes, and inhale, rise up. And exhale, hands come back to center. And we'll find our mountain. So this next round, with the energy of spring, I just want you to feel the life in your body. So we're going to follow our breath a little bit more. So lengthen out the feet again. Find where you feel lined up, knees, hips, toes. Open up the front of the body. Lengthen the back of the body. And then take your hands where it'll be helpful for one more breath. Notice how you feel and what you're cultivating. And then one more time, I want you to feel the breath, and we'll start to move with it. So inhale, reach up. Just feeling how your life is moving in your body. We're just going to match it. Exhale, dive with your breath. And then follow your inhale to rise to the flat back. Follow your exhale to dive into the forward fold. Knees bend, step your right leg back and breathe in. Feel your breath. We're going to pause, and if you want, exhale to warrior one feet. So the heel comes down to touch. And then inhale, rise up, feel your breath. And we're going to fold on the exhale, do it one more time. So let's go with the breath one more time. Inhale, rise up. And just feel your belly expand as your hands expand. And then exhale, fold. Feel your belly collapse as your hands fall. Yes. Knees bend, step back to your downward dog. Take a nice deep breath. And then when you're ready to inhale, follow it to plank if you want to flow through. Always optional. Just follow your breath, noticing it. Exhale, lower down. And when your body's ready to inhale, rise up to the pose that it wants. Yes, you look awesome. Exhale back. Just follow your breath. And then pause for that one breath just to notice your breathing. And then knees bend and inhale, step your right leg forward, stay on your opposite side. And exhale, back heel goes down. And then 2 times, inhale, we rise up. Press your toes, lift your hands. Exhale, let the body fall. And one more time, feel the strength of your back. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, let it fall. Did awesome. Bend the knees, step together. And let's pause. Bend your knees quite a bit. If you like, take the hands behind you And then clasp them and let them fall away from your spine. It's a way to stretch your shoulders. And you can wiggle a little if that's going to feel good. Just listen and learn from what your body likes. And then one more breath. And when you're ready, exhale the hands down, bend your knees, lift your eyes, and inhale, rise up. And notice, what does your body want? Maybe lift straight, maybe bend back, be soft and kind. And then exhale, hands come to the heart. And we're going to balance next in tree. So take one moment simply to breathe and to ground. I want you to feel your feet, feel your breathing, and thank your body for what it just did, that life, that energy you followed. And now shift your weight over to your right leg, and you can use your eyes to help you notice how your toes, knees, and hip are all lining up. And then ground each toe. So wrap that edge around the foot where you press it down. And then we'll kickstand the left leg and turn your knee out as much as you can to the side. Soften your right knee again. And then lift your heel on the left leg. So it can be under the knee or above the knee. You just want to avoid pressure on the knee. Yes, you agree. And then hands, I want you to play with it. So what would feel good? Maybe prayer, maybe that hug, maybe opening. You can even do a little bit of an open hand where you feel like you're creating a flower with your hands. So what would feel good in this moment? And then when you're ready, inhale and reach your arms up in whatever way you want. And we're going to play with lengthening. So can you exhale and drop the shoulders down, open the heart, round the heel. And keeping all those points lowered, can you lift the crown of your head, lift your ribs, lift your hands. And then playing with your balance if you like, you can inhale and lift the eyes. And just notice how you're lifting, you're reaching, you're waking up. So all of those feel like a rising. And then maybe take another breath or two and simply notice the body rock, thankful for being grounded, even in the challenge of growth and lift. And then when you're ready, exhale, open up the whole body and see if you can balance on the way down. Yes. And then a cleansing breath. So bend the knees, inhale, lift the eyes, make it big. And then exhale, dive down. Again, just letting your body release. And this time as you rise up, bend your knees and slowly roll through the back to get that great feeling between the vertebrae. And then roll the shoulders back and open the heart. So this side gets to be brand new. No expectations. So take another deep breath. And as you exhale, ground into the left foot. See if you can spread the grip across all your toes and your heel. And then kickstand the right leg. Soften the left knee and then bring heel up to wherever you'd like on this side. Remember, this side gets to be brand new. It might want to be different. And then where would you love your hands for the next few moments? What would feel helpful to your growth, your opening, your dawning? And then when you're ready, inhale, you can reach your arms up. And find that length again first. So what do you want to lift that would feel great? What would you like to lower to feel more grounded? So it's this rising and yet this peace. And then once you've got that feeling of growth, if you want to try for it, we'll inhale, lift our eyes. And then feel the expansion of your body, feel the challenge of balance. So those two things are just reminders of what these new beginnings feel like. A little bit of a dance, a struggle, but then a joy and excitement. So one more deep breath, just feeling it all. And when you're ready to let go, inhale, open all of your limbs, and then exhale, just balance on the way down. You did awesome, all right? So we're gonna let that go. Sometimes balance is feels the most serious. Let's be a little freer. Inhale, reach up, And very freely dive down. One more time. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, dive down. Fantastic. Stay in your fold. Bend your knees and give yourself a little shake, hug, rock, anything that'll fit in. Now lift one foot. Keep your knees bent if they straighten again. So lift one foot and put your palm under it, palm up. And then just wiggle the toes into your wrist. And then we'll do the same with the other side if you feel balanced. So lift the other foot up, palm under, and then just wiggle the toes into the wrist. So take a breath, add a little pressure on the hands, and just feel the stretches you're creating. And that little wiggle of the toes can massage the wrists if it feels good. And then gently lift your eyes just enough to remove one hand and then the other. Bend your knees and take your left leg back. We're going to bring the knee back down again. So similar to what you already did. So take your hands down, move them inside of your foot, and then walk your right foot out. So that way you can open your hips a little more. Yeah. Now the back knee, I want you to just lift and lower, wiggle around till you feel like it's in a good spot. And then your right knee, take a moment to just kind of rock it, and you can let the right foot rock up, rock down. So we're just allowing this hip to add a little more mobility, seeking out pockets of stretch. And then once you've found it, take your hand to your right thigh and gently turn to your right. And you can let the right big toe lift up. You can kind of revolve your whole body. And then your shoulders, I want you to take them back to keep your heart open. And just feel how your hips might be waking up. Take a deep breath and notice your body and all of your practice and your muscle already. And then come back to center if you feel a little bit warped. We're going to try that twist again, but if you want the optional stretch for your back leg, you can bend it in. So if you want, you can leave it bent, lifting in the air, or you can take your hand back and connect similar to what we started with. And then very gently roll the shoulders back, turn your head back, and scan down your body. Is there a little micro movement that you could do to feel a little more gentle, free, and safe? And then take one more deep breath, simply expanding into it. Gently let the foot fall if you chose to have it. Hands come down, take your feet back, knees wide, and sit back to a wide knee child's pose. Let your hands and your head rest, and take 2 very big breaths. Simply allow yourself a space to reset. And then gratefully inhale, start to lift back up. So you can kind of tuck yourself back in to where it feels good until you can take your left foot forward. So we're just switching sides. And then take the time you need to move your right knee back until it feels like it's in a good spot. Hands inside of your left foot. So your left foot's out a little bit. And then you can, if you want to use your hand, you can use your hand. We're just going to rock our knee gently to start to open it up. You don't have to use your hand. And then when you're ready, gently let it be. Take your left hand to your left thigh. Roll your shoulders back. And then you can turn your heart towards your left. And what could you soften? It might be around the tailbone. It might be around your face or your eyes. And these next few breaths, let it just run through the body. Oxygenate everything. And on the exhale, calm everything. Two more breaths. Notice. What could you change that would make you feel a little better? Create that well-being in this moment. And then when you're ready, gently come back to a more centered space, just so you know where you're going. So this time you know that the option is going to be given that you could lift your foot. So if you like that option, left hand can either stay on your thigh or reach back. But whatever you picked, simply turn gently to your left again. Roll your shoulders back. And then take a few deep breaths. What does your body need to hear to feel like it's able to grow? And one more deep breath. So if you have your foot, gently let it relax. And then this time I want you to lift up and sweep in to sit. So your back leg can come in. And there's no graceful way, so you can just come to sit however you want. Once you're there, walk your sit bones back. And you'll put your right leg on the mat. So your right knee is bent and it's on the mat. The left foot, it can either touch your shin, or if your hips can stay down, it could cross your thigh. And then lift and lower your hips back until you really feel like your sit bones are on the ground. Right arm will sweep it around the left leg, and then the left arm comes behind. Roll your shoulders back, open your heart center, and with each exhale, hug your belly into your spine. So that'll massage your organs. It'll help open up your vertebrae. Does a lot of good things. Take one more full deep breath. Follow your exhale and see how much you can create peace in the twist. And when you're ready to unwind, come to center. Leave your ankle on top of your right leg if that's okay for you, and then let your left knee just kind of open. And then your hands will come back, lift your heart, and feel how the opening in the front of your hips is going to start to deepen. So your left ankle can be in front of your legs into a nice easy pose if you like. And take another deep breath in, out, and then gently lift forward, and we're going to walk our hands in front. Tuck your chin and allow your body weight to surrender. And I want you to notice what you feel. Where is your body stretching and expanding? And can you practice gratitude for giving yourself a little more health through this practice? And take another deep breath. See if you can surrender on the exhale, being patient to stay in the moment. And once you notice yourself inhale, you can slowly walk up. That's fantastic. And then we'll just kind of shake out the legs. You can bring them in front if you want to give them a shake or a rock. Do something that'll feel good. And then take the left leg on the mat. And now the right foot can touch your shin or it can cross if you feel your sit bones can stay down. Take a moment to walk your sit bones around to the behind. And then your left arm will hug your right leg. Right hand behind. And inhale, lift up through the crown. And then exhale and twist. Roll your shoulders back to spread your heart even more fully. And really focus on your breath. Can you exhale? Can you hug the belly? Take another breath and really follow the exhale. See if you can melt even down into your hips. And then gently come out of it when you're ready to. And we'll keep your right ankle on top of your thigh and let the right knee just be open. So your foot can come in front if that feels better for your hips. And then find your sit bones if you lost them. And hands come back. Inhale, lift through the back of the neck. And really exhale, relax the back body to open the front. Take one more deep breath and see if you can ask your hips to melt, to soften, to relax. And then when you're ready, slowly move forward, lock the hands, tuck your chin, and relax into it. So the more you can feel heavy and empty into the exhale, the more you might notice your hips get to unwind any tension that you've been carrying. Take another breath, and again, see if you can practice that patience. Stay in it. Allow yourself to be fully here. And with the calm that creates, slowly inhale, walk back. And then exhale, shoulders back. Awesome. So if you're feeling great right about now, we're going to turn so that you can lay onto the mat. So if you need to rotate, go ahead. And then we'll slowly roll down. So transitioning through boat if you want. If not, just go ahead and lay back. So find your sit bones, rock your shoulders back, lift up through the crown, and feel your feet ground for a moment. And take a deep breath and just practice grounding here. Thankful for a moment of pause. And keep that grounding even though we're going to lift part of our body up. So remember how it feels. Inhale. And then exhale, start to roll a little bit through the tailbone. And then pause. And I want you to see if you can create that grounding, that peace, that calm. And then with that in your body, if you want, you could lift maybe your heels, maybe your toes, or straighten the legs. And then your hands can be on your legs or open. And one more time. See if you can create the feeling of grounding, of peace, and of calm. And then exhale and lay it down. You did awesome. Reach your hands overhead, point your toes. Let your belly lift off the mat through the ribs. And take a few deep breaths. Feeling this big wake up stretch. And then exhale and bend your knees, maybe one by one until you can hug them. You can lift your head, lift your tail. And then exhale, lay your head and your hips back down. And we're going to lift one leg up, let the other leg go long. And gently rock your ankle in circles, both directions. And then now come steady. And as you exhale, I want you to just melt. Give yourself permission to relax. So relax even the grip and the effort. Let this stretch be a gift to your body. And see if you can be aware of your energy and your life as you breathe here. So even here, just noticing that spring within you. And then you can rock your legs side to side very gently. And I want you to notice the stretches that you're making. So a little bit in the inner thigh, and then a little bit to the IT band. And just nice and slow, back and forth. Letting your leg loosen and awaken. And then when you're out to one side, just pause and breathe. So if you don't like holding it with both hands, that's okay. You can just use one. But just feel how you're opening that part of your body. And then gently breathe and take it across to the other side and pause. And breathe and notice how you're opening that part of your body. And then before you let this leg go, I want you to take the knee into your heart. So bend your knee. And then we're just going to hug our leg. So you can hug your foot over to your opposite shoulder. And flex it so that your principles of alignment are still good here with your knee and your toes. And you can rock it if you like. So this is a reclined pigeon pose. Just take a moment and thank that leg for all that it's done, carrying you through your life and through your practice. And one more deep breath, just giving yourself permission to be brand new from here on out. And then we'll switch. So hug the other knee in and straighten out that leg. And then lift your opposite leg into the air. And start with gentle ankle circles. Gentle, slow, both directions. And you can practice gratitude here, thankful for all that you feel, noticing all the work that your feet have been doing to keep you alive and carried. Then come steady, draw your leg to where you want it. And practice as much letting go as you can. Soften your exhales. Feel the body release, relax. And as you breathe, just watch the breath and what it does for your body. And then gently start to rock this leg back and forth. Slowly and mindfully noticing where you're stretching. And then on the next time that it opens out, just pause with your leg open and breathe through the inner thigh. Thankful for all that this leg has done. Take one more deep breath. And then gently breathe, cross the leg over, let it be straight, but yet in the opposite direction. And then breathe into this new stretch. And practice another moment of gratitude. Release any tension. And then gently bend your knee, and we're going to hug our shin again. So you can flex your foot so it lines up with your knee. Maybe wrap your elbows. And in that little cradle, you can even rock your leg. Find what feels great. And thank your legs for all that they've done to keep your life and allow you to do what you do. And then the last big stretch. I want you to reach everything to the sky. Head, hips, hands, toes. If you want, you can hold on to your toes or shins for joyful child's pose. So really reach, reach, reach. And then exhale, lay the spine and head down so you lengthen your back. Now take your knees and really glue them together. We'll pause here in the legs up to wall. Take your thumbs under your tailbone for a little support. And as you exhale, ground your shoulders so that you can melt and relax your heart. So this pose, it gives us nourishment in so many ways. It helps your emotions balance, helps your circulation, helps ease your joints, and it helps you sleep at night. So take one more breath, just calm, centered, and thankful for this moment. Release your hands, but keep your knees glued like they were, and just let your feet bend to the mat. So with your knees rocking in together, that'll help your low back feel supported. And then in the next moment, take your hands and place them on the low part of your belly. And breathe in a way that moves your hands. So when we use all of our lungs, it instantly calms us. There's a nerve beneath our lungs that when we breathe deep and naturally, our body experiences relaxation. And then feel your hands resting on your belly. So from the inside of your belly, can you feel that weight? And practice feeling that love and care of your own touch. And then from inside your hands, feel your belly. And practice that love and care of your own touch. And then just take one more deep breath, just thankful that you allowed yourself to strengthen, to get in touch with what you wanted to cultivate, and to also produce calm. And when you're ready, find your most relaxing position if this isn't it. So you could rest out your legs, your arms, you could grab something warm. So give yourself all that you need to rest for the next few minutes. And then once you've found yourself in a restful position, notice this next breath. Really allow yourself to inhale and notice it. And as you exhale, melt every point that you touch the ground into it. Keep that connection and just notice the rise and the fall of your breath. And as you use your awareness over and over to nourish your breath, trust this creates calm. This creates new beginnings and new possibilities as we let go of old habits. So as soon as a thought or a feeling, a sound, or a sensation catches your attention, once you're aware, be grateful for that awareness, and then bring your mind back to your breath. And notice what it feels like on this moment to lift, to lower, and to just breathe. With your calm awareness, start to now scan your body. Go through every inch and simply notice how you feel, not needing to change your body, but just allowing yourself to be more supportive because you're more aware. And if your mind wanders, bring it back to your breath once you've scanned through your body. And really notice every single moment. Every breath is brand new. Over and over, guide your mind into your breath, letting yourself rest and renew. And then if it feels okay, just sitting as you are, notice how you feel and soak in what feels healthy, what feels strengthened, what feels calm, what feels renewed. And giving a little extra care. If you like, your hands can gently touch your forehead, maybe palms against your eyes. And then let them smooth down your cheeks. Just allowing yourself to give that new beginning, that care, that comfort. And maybe let them rest on your heart for a moment. Just notice what you need. And take a breath of care, comfort, allowing yourself to have a new beginning and let go of the old. And then just slide your hands down to your belly. Take a breath, noticing it beneath your fingers. And just allow your belly to have a new beginning. Let go of the old. And then one more time, hands swoop down to your hips, your thighs, and just kindly touch them. Allowing yourself to let go of whatever you want to let go of and to be safe. And one last moment here. Feel the ground. Let yourself sink. Feel your breath rise and fall. And notice the new beginnings within you. Notice wherever you feel a joy or an excitement. Or if there's a sadness, practice care and kindness towards yourself. Meet yourself where you are. One more breath. And then so thankful for this practice you did for your body. Start to move your fingers and your toes, lift them up gently. And roll your wrists and ankles. With so much kindness and joy, stretch your body or hug your body. What would feel great next? Listen and move in the way that your body asks. Keep honoring your wisdom. And then roll to one side in your own time. And give yourself a moment of pause there. And I want you to feel the ground and allow yourself to sink into it. And as you sink, notice that you're being held by the earth, by your body, by the air. So take one more moment of trusting faith, just noticing that you're held, you're cared for, you're sustained, and you're allowed to just be. And then in your own way, use your top hand to press up and take a moment to sit nice and tall. And once you've got that, let's finish together. Inhale or reach up. Nice deep breath and exhale. Namaste. So thank you so much. I hope that you feel so good and that this helps you just create and notice new seasons. All right.